This is the evolution of rare Fortnite skins item shop edition. So follow along to see if you have any history in your Fortnite locker, but we have to go back to season 1 when the recon expert came out, because we all know she was one of the rarest skins in the game, right? And that's because after she released in season 1, she never made her way back to the item shop. So only a few OG players had her before she came back, and now she's always in the shop. Then moving on, we have the Midnight Ops. A terrible skin, but for that exact reason, this used to be one of the rarest item shop skins in the entire game due to the fact nobody bought him. But season 4 got a little bit better because we had the Outbreak skins like Toxic Trooper and Hazard Agent. These became rare for not being in the shop for a very long time, but also unless you like this style of skins, a lot of people probably passed on them. In fact, I don't remember ever seeing anyone using these in game. But for season 5, we then had Hackyvat. At one point, he was known to be the rarest item shop skin ever, not being in the shop for a crazy amount of time. But then when he did come back, Fortnite gave him this special edit style to kind of celebrate his return. But again, no one really cared about this skin. Only a few collectors bought him. Season 6 was a lot better though, because the Plague Doctor skins didn't make a return for a very long time. A lot of people thought they was blacklisted because they represent a historical event. However, that wasn't the case. They just didn't return for many years. The female one is pretty sweaty though. I do like her. Also in season 6 is when we had the return of the School Trooper. As you know, he released in season 1. He used to be rare, but technically he still is, because any player who purchased him in season 1 would have got the purple edit style that you all know. I mean, School Trooper is one of the most iconic skins in the game. This has a huge part of Fortnite's history, but now he's always in the item shop. Moving on to season 7. This got very interesting because it's the season we got our first ever icon skin and concert, which was Marshmello. Of course, it wasn't icon series at the time, but now it is. And after his concert, he didn't come to the shop for 2 years, which is over 700 days. So a lot of people were waiting for him to come back. He was becoming a little bit rare. And again, he is one of the most iconic skins, especially during chapter 1. There is definitely still a lot of people that use Marshmello, so shout out to those legends if you're one of them. For season 8 though, we took a major turn because there were so many skins that became rare from this season. Starting it off with a Marvel skin, Black Widow. She didn't make a return to the shop for over 1,000 days, so she was definitely a rare skin at one point, and so many people wanted her to come back. Luckily, she did make a return, but it doesn't stop there because Shaman hasn't been out for over 2,000 days, and he originally released in season 8. Definitely the rarest item shop skin in 2025, but he can return at any point. Also in season 8 is when we had the Reflex skin hit the item shop, but obviously this was not supposed to happen because anybody who purchased Reflex in season 8, they got to keep the skin, but if you already owned it, you would have received an entire separate skin, which is the red and black one. Till this day, Reflex has still not returned, and maybe it never will. Then we move on to season 9, where we got 2 skins with the Stranger Things collab, Chief Hopper and the Demogorgon. These both didn't make a return for way over 1,000 days, and hardly anybody had them. It was crazy to see Chief Hopper in game because you just never did. But nevertheless, these 2 skins did make a return when we got the new Stranger Things season. Although, to be honest, I actually never see anyone using them anymore. So if you're a Stranger Things fan, let me know if you do. But there is actually a skin from season 9 that hasn't returned for over 1,500 days. She's very rare, but I feel like everybody forgot about her or just doesn't realize how rare she is. But it's actually Sophia from the John Wick set. She hasn't been out since chapter 2 season 6 in 2021. And actually, she's a very clean, underrated skin, so you might want to check if you have her. And no, I haven't forgot about the World Cup Warrior, also from season 9. She's probably never going to make a return unless there's a World Cup 2, which might happen one day. Moving on to season X, the rarest skin from this season is of course the Paradigm, but in the OG purple, black and gold style, because this style was given to people who bought the skin originally in season X, meaning it's very rare. But also we have to pay respect to Psycho Bandit because he released in season X and was rare for a very long time, over 2,000 days, but then did make his way back into the item shop. And if you was there to witness it, it was a pretty big deal. A lot of people were happy about this. We then move on to chapter 2 season 1, where we had the release of the Star Wars skins, which actually became insanely rare at one point. They didn't didn't make a return for a few years and hardly anyone had them, which was quite surprising as Star Wars is so popular. But now they're always in the item shop, so if you're a Star Wars fan, you're probably happy about that. Moving on though to Chapter 2 Season 2. Here's where things changed a lot, because we had the release of the game mode Party Royale, which was like a playground for collectors. By the way, this game mode is kind of dead now, so if you want to find a chill Party Royale, just search ASHY and join up my map. It's much better. But during this season, we had the release of Rue, which has never been back since Chapter 2 Season 2, and she's currently one of the rarest shop skins in the game, which may never return due to controversy. However, not too long ago, Fortnite did release a skin that kind of looked similar to her, and nobody really mentioned it, so maybe that was a test and perhaps Rue will come back one day. But not only that, this season is when we got Travis Scott, without a doubt the most wanted skin in the entire game right now. He hasn't returned since that season, and it's currently been over 1,880 days with only 6 days in the item shop. The thing is with this skin though, I'm pretty sure it's up to Travis whether or not he wants it to return, and I'm really unsure he does, but perhaps they'll be able to work something out in the future, so there's always hope. On to Chapter 2 Season 3, one of the most underrated season in Fortnite history in my opinion, but we did get a brand new pack hit the item shop, which was Darby Dynamo. She became rare and then she did make a return, but now she's kind of rare again because she's not returned for over 1,300 days. Now obviously she can return at any point, but I'm kind of surprised it's not been back for like 4 years, and she's actually pretty clean with 3 different edit styles. For Chapter 2 Season 4, we had another extremely popular collaboration that came out, which is Ghostbusters, including 10 skins, different pickaxes, and the I Ain't Afraid emote. I think we can all agree that nobody expected this collaboration to never make a return. It's been over 1,300 days, and 4 different Halloweens have gone by without these skins coming back. Hopefully it happens this year though, because a lot of Ghostbusters fans are waiting for them. I don't think anybody saw this come in, so you're lucky if you have the Ghostbuster skins. It was also the season we got the first ever Fortnite crew skin Galaxia, but this video is focused on item shop stuff, which brings us to Chapter 2 Season 5, when we started to get a few more collaborations in the game. In fact, we got one of the most popular collabs ever, which was Kratos from the God of War. Mostly popular though for his pickaxe or Leviathan axe, but any item from his set hasn't been out for over 1,500 days, last seen in Chapter 2 Season 6. Until this day, there is still people that ask me all of the time, do I know when Leviathan will come back? And I'm not sure when, but as soon as I find out, I'll make a video, so make sure you're subscribed. But again, you're very lucky to have Kratos, especially in the golden PS5 edit style. We did also get Snake Eyes released in this season, which again hasn't been out for over 1,400 days. Not one of the most popular skins in the game, but definitely deserves a spot in this video because it's not been out in forever. But onto Chapter 2 Season 6, we got another limited time skin that should technically never return, and that's the champion part of the FNCS set, currently last seen over 1,400 days ago. Definitely a rare skin, and she's actually really clean as well. But for a more forgotten skin this season is actually Kelsier. I actually don't have him, most collectors don't, but he's not been out for over 1,300 days, and I don't know when he's gonna return. In Chapter 2 Season 7, we did get another limited time skin, of course, which was Major Glory, also part of the FNCS set and should never return. But more importantly, we got Mike Lowry in the item shop, last seen over 1,360 days ago. Since he came out, there's been a new Bad Boys movie, yet he still hasn't released. And honestly, he's pretty rare. Not many people have him. For Chapter 2 Season 8, the collaborations kept going, but this time round, we got the Montclair skins featuring Renee and Andre. These haven't been out for around 900 days now, and the female one, Renee, is honestly a pretty sweaty skin, so players are wondering when she will return. But you'll notice a pattern how most skins in this video past Chapter 1 are actually collaboration skins, because it's not easy for Fortnite to bring them back. But in the same season, we did get Arcane Jinx, last seen over 1,230 days ago. Another insanely popular collaboration that many people want to return, but unfortunately she might never come back. But Chapter 2 Season 8 doesn't stop there, because we also have the Hang Time skins, which again haven't been out for over 1,100 days, so they're pretty rare now. But there's some underrated skins that you don't see anyone using. We of course can't forget that this season is when we got the Balenciaga skins, which are apparently blacklisted and may never return. I mean, it's been over 1,000 days, so so that could be true. But these are actually some pretty popular skins that people want. Thank you guys all for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my map. Search Ashy.